Charismatic connections. Charismatic connections.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. How's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Well, tonight I'm going to talk about charismatic connection. I would like you to have an open mind and come with me to experience a new way of looking at relationships with our significant other. I want you to imagine you are following your soul's passion, whatever that may be. It could be golf, it could be cooking, it could be your career. And then down the road, by fate, you see someone, and they see you. You recognize this person at the deepest level of their being, and they recognize you at the deepest level of your being. This isn't a sexual attraction at first. This is a charismatic attraction. Then the sexual attraction comes and does it. Because the body that the deepest self is housing is so gorgeous and so delicious that another person cannot compete with that intensity. But in order for us to be ready for that charismatic connection, we must first find ourselves before we find that other person. If you observe our world, our connections with our mate are usually based upon our survival needs. We feel secure with another, both physically and emotionally. We experience pleasure with another, and we procreate with another. We demonstrate our power or lack of personal power with another. But when these connections are based upon these needs, they're only providing a need for our survival. But wouldn't it be great if we provide for those needs for ourselves, with the exception of procreation, that is? We are then inclined to move to a new level of a way to relate to one another. In the 12th century, there were a group of people called troubadours. They wrote love songs that reflected this charismatic connection. They traveled from place to place throughout Europe, singing these love songs that reflected this charismatic connection. Our Western society adapted to this ideal strive for this charismatic connection. But our Western society fails to tell us that our minds are still operating in the 12th century. Meaning, we're still connecting for our survival needs. When we experience a charismatic connection, a sound will be made without any two physical things striking together. Can anybody tell me what they think that means? When a sound will be made without any two physical things striking together. Nobody has any clue?
Made in heaven.
Made in Heaven? I like that. That was a good movie. Did you ever see that movie? So that's good. Excellent. Think about that. Two people glance at each other, and this glance resonates a deep emotional knowing. Their inner beings are deeply connected with each other.
I think it's chemistry.
It's a soul chemistry. Absolutely. And I know what you're thinking. That is the stuff of movies and fairy tales, right? This charismatic connection, this divine gift between two people. But this connection has nothing to do with our survival needs or self-worth. In other words, our survival needs and self-worth is a precursor to true love, not a result of true love. I would like you to be inspired by my story, Charismatic Connection. Charismatic Connection is a true story about Chris and Annie, who received a divine gift in 1888. While going down the 3-year-old thoroughbred of Belmont Park, Annie sees Chris walking down the shed road. One glance, and they know. They recognize each other at the deepest level of their beings. However, they're not quite ready for the exalted state of charismatic connection. Chris and Annie would cross paths the next 4 years at New York racetracks. They are completely mesmerized with each other. As for Annie, she is totally frustrated. She's meeting a soul that she knows deeply, but they're afraid to walk up and introduce themselves. Their souls are saying, I know you, I love you. But their insecurities are saying, I'm not worth loving and knowing. It's not until 1999, when an unlikely long shot named Charismatic and a long-forgotten jockey named Chris Antley make history and win the Kentucky Derby. Now their connection crystallizes. If you ever long to find the love of your life, you will love this story of star-crossed lovers. If you like the book or the movie Seabiscuit, you'll enjoy this sweeping saga set against the backdrop of the exciting horse racing industry. As Annie travels from the high society parties of Saratoga Springs to horseback riding through the Black Forest, Germany, you'll be swept up in these international adventures as she searches for charismatic connections with herself, with others, and with life. So I would like you to be inspired to attain for your survival needs. Learn the art of pleasure. Become an empowered individual. You have the power. I would like you now to turn to the person to the right. And I would like you to just pick a person, any person, any person, and I want you to deeply stare in their eyes. Please do this. That goes for you too. Myra Gill.
Please don't make them around.
Okay, and I would like you to say to this person, the divine gift in me values the divine gift in you. And the other person says, the divine gift in me values the divine gift in you. How is that exercise, everyone? You stare deeply into each other's eyes. Deeply.
That was weird for us.
Yes, this is doing the charismatic connection.
That was really weird for us.
Because you're staring at your soul, staring at the deepest part of you. And when this connection is felt by both of you, you'll be completely mesmerized with each other.
Oh, my goodness.
But remember, our self-worth and survival needs is a precursor to true love, not a result of true love. And know that a charismatic connection is within your reach. And when you experience this connection with yourself, with others, and with life, your life will change. And that is the gift that your deepest self can give you. And that is very charismatic. Thank you.